When you're on camera, it's all about the angle when you're wearing these things. When I'm like this, you can somewhat see my incredibly generic, yet somewhat intriguing brown eyes. And when I'm like this, you can see nothing but my lights. For those of you that haven't seen or read it, in September of 2018, I released an article and vlog centered around what at that time was my 1-month experiment with blue light blocking glasses. I had heard about them for quite some time prior to that, but decided to finally do something about it, knowing that my work situation, combined with my own personal screen addiction, at that time typically resulted in me spending anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day looking at a screen that emitted blue light.
That's never a good idea.
Before you overreact to how crazy that sounds, I'm actually not an outlier here. Just do a quick Google search of average screen time in 2019, and when you factor in all the different devices that we daily engage with, you'll find that the vast majority of us fall in that range.
Now I'm depressed.
But whether or not you're a part of that norm, you clearly do look at blue light emitting devices with some frequency, given that you're here watching this video right now. At the time that I made that initial article and video, I was wearing my blue light blocking glasses daily at home after 8 p.m. An amount that definitely, given how much I wear them now, seems laughably small, but believe it or not, still made a big impact on me. On a physical level, it positively impacted my sleep and also prevented my eyes from going bloodshot on a daily basis. And on a more conscious level, it made me far more aware of and ultimately proactive about my health. The video, which is now the second most watched of all time on my channel, has and continues to encourage others to consider them, and of all the feedback I've received from people who actually pulled the trigger, it's only been positive, including from a couple of old friends that I honestly didn't know ever even watched my content.
I love you guys.
So I figured I'd do an update on my blue light blocking glasses adventure, a journey that is rapidly approaching its 1.5-year anniversary. First things first, I still wear them. Actually, I wear them way more than I initially did. I wear them pretty much any time that I'm in front of a screen while at home from morning till night. I'd wear them out in the world, especially since I've surprisingly had quite a few people say that they actually look good on me. But I'm convinced that A, those people somehow magically manage to only see me at those perfect angles where they aren't a glary mess, and B, that I typically don't expose my eyes to that much blue light when I'm out and about in the world, so anytime that they are exposed to it, I decide to just bombard them with what they used to be regularly overexposed to. An important thing to keep in mind is that I do currently work from home, so technically I wear them both while at work and at home, and though that may seem like, oh sure, it's easy to wear them anytime when you're always at home, I can promise you that even if I worked in an office environment with dozens of people around me, I would very happily still wear them whenever I'm looking at a screen.
No doubt in my mind.
As for my reasoning behind the increased wear time, to be honest, it just seemed logical. I liked the results that I was getting from the minimal use, so I figured why not make them play a starring role in my daily life. Second, I found that opting to go with a very mildly yellow tinted option was a very good call. I say that because I have some friends who opted to go with a much stronger yellow or orange tinted option, and I found that they quit or stopped using them much quicker because they found them to be far more invasive on their life. Meanwhile, I can honestly say that I can barely tell a difference unless I'm making a conscious effort to do so. And I can also promise that your news feeds and Netflix movies will still be just as entertaining as they would be to your naked eye.
That's exactly what I needed to hear.
My third personal finding is that they do tend to outperform any of the apps or plugins designed to reduce or eliminate blue light. I don't have any scientific studies to back this up, but I do have my own personal experience having tried a number of those apps and plugins before opting to go with the glasses. I found that even when using those apps or plugins on their strongest setting, the problems that the glasses have now helped to alleviate continue to go on. Of course, they may have improved since, so I always encourage you to do your research in case the glasses aren't exactly your cup of tea. My fourth and final finding is something that I'd actually like to repeat from my 2018 video, and that's that as much as blue light blocking glasses can help, they are still just a positive step towards a much bigger issue. Even eye or brain health aside, our addiction to technology is out of control and can no longer be overlooked.
I'm scared.
What I've personally always found the most helpful about blue light blocking glasses is that they add that extra step that makes me more conscious of every time I'm about to interact with a blue light emitting piece of technology. And that awareness has helped me a seemingly endless number of times from engaging in an unnecessary newsfeed scroll or online video binge that we know for the most part typically offers us little or no value.
Yes, that's true.
For more brutally honest personal development content designed for those who actually want to change, be sure to check out my most popular video of all time up here. And of course, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below because it makes a bigger difference than you likely think. And to receive my free ebook on 5 simple daily hacks for a genuinely happier life, check out the link in the description. And signing up for that will also make you one of the first to find out about my actual book coming out later this year.